Hey guys, so I just got back from Solo as I promised, so I may as well give like a probably 5 minute kind of review of what I like and didn't like. And obviously, to tell the truth, I loved the movie. It was perfect. Timing, well casted. A few things that I'm probably not going to mention until my deep interview, my deep summary, like a month or two after this film is obviously out, because like it may not be out worldwide exactly yet. But this one was pretty great. Like I just said, it's probably one of my favorite Ron Howard directed films actually, and I may go see it again maybe Tuesday or something, just to put it into perspective that I may have missed everything. The music was also perfectly great. I cannot wait to see what John Powell does next. Maybe they'll want him for Kenobi or Fett. Since John Williams has done all the Star Wars films, except for the standalones, even though I think he helped out a tiny little bit for Solo, a Star Wars story, obviously. But in my opinion, the music was pretty great. There was even some hints at some of the original theme songs when they were rightly needed. Plus, you got to kind of see the life depth that's been talked about. You got to meet some new characters that leave you interested. Like this Kira girl, she survives this film. Let's just say that. I'm gonna put this thing out as spoilers, but is she going to appear in Solo 2, for example? Or if there's a Solo 2, or Obi-Wan? Because there's a surprise cameo at the end nobody really thought of, I guess. Everyone would have thought Vader, Boba, but it's Darth Maul. Yes, he is alive, you guys. Or he pulled himself together, since I don't watch or read any canon or whatever. I don't think I've seen an episode of Rebels. But I personally loved it. Plus, there's a few other little unanswered questions. Is Paul Bettany Snook? Even though he's Dryden Voss or whatever, but he has a scar or a few scrapes on his face that make you think, is it? Or is it not? Plus, Paul Bettany, I think, is pretty tall. Unless there's just a hologram version of Andy Serkis. You kind of get to see little versions of holograms, too. But, nobody really that we know besides, Lando and obviously Chewbacca, the surprise cameo, and Han. Plus, may even get an idea of who Rey's mom is as well. There's this girl named Dryden Voss. I thought Ethan's Ness. She looks like she's bad at first, but she's really trying to stop Woody Harrelson's Tobias Beckett, from doing bad things. And I kind of think, since she's a young teenager in this film, maybe. Then again, she's not mentioned in any of the other movies. She apparently started the Resistance or something similar to that. So maybe that's where the Resistance came from. The thing that Leia and them worked with. Because Han looks like he's in his 20s in this moment. I think Alden Ehrenreich is actually 28. But he kind of looks like he's in his teens, if the character was in his teens. So maybe Leia's probably about that age in this movie. Since nobody, I don't think out there, sorry about that, but I don't think nobody out there knows really of how old these characters are. You look at the cast and you're 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever. Mark Hamill or Luke, whatever, is in his 40s or 60s, because I think Mark Hamill is 65 or something. Screw it. I'm gonna do a 10-minute video, you guys, and I'm gonna fan cast basically a Leia movie, 2 people that I would like to see, and 2 people for Luke. If they, did an after Return of the Jedi, that's where we could possibly see Alden be next. If there's no Solo sequel. I think there is. Kira is still alive. Is something going to happen to her? She meets Maul towards the end of the movie. But yeah. So I'm going to go with my favorite Disney princess first. Leia, Organa, obviously. And I kind of think I want Jimmy Smits to also be in Leia. If it happens, like, soon. Maybe a female director as well. Directing it. I guess it depends on, like, who wants to do Star Wars. Or, like, if there's any Disney directors that, like, did Moana, Frozen. I don't know who did any of those. But, like, one of those two people or somebody else even. They could probably do justice to Leia. Maybe even Patty Jenkins. As soon as she's done doing Wonder Woman 2. If she wants to, like, take a break and, like, do Star Wars. Her or somebody. But Millie Bobby Brown would be my top choice. Like, if you guys have seen those videos that I did, and I'm sure a bunch of other people have done, she looks exactly like Carrie Fisher. She's about 14 now, though, so, like, give it a year or two, maybe 2 years. Since nobody knows exactly if Obi-Wan's going to be next, or is it going to be, you know, Solo 2? Is it going to be Rian Johnson's Boba? Or the Game of Thrones people? I'm pretty sure it's not going to be the Game of Thrones people, just because they have loads of work to do, unless they are just, you know, finishing Game of Thrones right now. Episodes are going to be released, since I usually don't watch it, and they probably, like, you know, have a few casting ideas or whatever. But, so her, and maybe Haley Steinfeld, I believe. She's from the movie True Grit, and she's, like, in Pitch Perfect. I think she's in the upcoming Bumblebee movie as well. And she kind of looks exactly like Carrie Fisher as well, a little tiny bit. Like, I watched a fan casting earlier from Beyond the Trailer, I believe, and she actually kind of does look like Carrie when you think about it. But if it was sort of like Solo, like 10 or something years before New Hope, I would totally love to see Millie, especially, like, teen to whatever. Where are we? Like, would you guys even love to see a female character getting a standalone? Like, Rogue One was a mixture. Like, you had a few girls, well, basically only, like, 2 or something girls, the rest guys. But, like, wouldn't you like to see, Leia over there? Ahsoka Tano? Anybody, really? Besides, like, all these guys. Like, take a break once in a while, do the girls and guys. And then, speaking of her, I'm gonna cast her twin brother. So Sebastian Stan is probably my close enough one. I think he's, like, in his, early 30s, so he could probably do after Return of the Jedi. Like, sort of like what, who knows, maybe he'll be in, oh my god, Jon Favreau's TV show as well, since it's, like, 7 years, I think, after Return of the Jedi. So maybe we'll get to see them. Who knows? Maybe we'll get to see Alden or something. Like, all these characters. Nobody knows if they had another confrontation or another team up / meet up or whatever you want to call it before the events of the Force Awakens. And I think his name is Daniel Huddleston. I don't know how old he is right now, but he's a Disney actor. He was in Into the Woods, I believe, and he was in Les Miserables, the Hugh Jackman version, as Gavroche. But I kind of want him maybe to be a Luke Skywalker, like, for Kenobi, most likely. Especially if he's, like, in his 15s right now, because nobody knows how old Luke Skywalker is. But I totally think maybe Daniel Huddleston, Joel Edgerton probably back, especially if they wanted him. And if you guys did not notice, Ray Parks was the Darth Maul face, and they did Sam Witwer, so maybe something like that. James Earl Jones and Hayden Christensen or something teamed up if they wanted to do that as well. For Obi-Wan, obviously. Like, I don't know who I want the villain to be, but I kind of want it to be, like, 5 or something years after Revenge of the Sith. Not exactly like right after, but like, you know, a 5-year-old or something training with a plastic lightsaber, or a lightsaber rather. Oh wait, he didn't start his Force training until later on in New Hope. But like, you know, protecting him. Maybe even the binary sunset theme, or the main theme rather, as well. But I'll probably watch a few like upcoming new Disney movies or whatever, and then I'll be like, huh, he could probably be our Luke Skywalker. Or if I like see somebody kind of looking like Carrie, probably her for Leia for a futuristic movie. But my bet is most likely Millie Bobby Brown for Leia. It depends on, I guess, the timeline. Like, Sebastian Stan would probably be my best choice, but it's like depending on the timeline, I guess. Daniel Hudson probably, like, if they did a pre-Luke somehow, like, you know, Obi-Wan. Is Kira gonna show up in Obi-Wan too, you guys? Because obviously Maul me. So it's like, is she? Or is she even alive by the time? Because, like I said, plus who knows how many years really, like, is Obi-Wan gonna be like Solo 10 years or whatever before A New Hope, which is probably perfect casting. Like, if you think about it, the more Ewan grows, like, I think he is in his late 40s right now, maybe early 40s, but the more that he grows a little bit older, he kind of looks like the Alec Guinness version. Like, when he starts having his gray hairs or whatever, he'll probably look like Obi-Wan Kenobi, like the Alec Guinness 1977 version. Happy anniversary, Star Wars, because 41 years ago yesterday. And I'll probably, like I said, I'll probably go see Solo again on like Tuesday or something. And I'll probably redo this video. Plus, in like a day or two or something, I'm going to like redo my ranking system. Like, Solo, because I really gotta think about it. Was it that great? Or should I put it like in the lowers, like 3, 4, 5? But yeah, guys, may the Force be with you. I'll get right back, or whatever, with some more Star Wars news, I guess. So bye, guys. May the Force be with you.